now that this is all glued in, there's some. I've also worked on this part ahead of the manual because this thing was so flimsy. I had to glue the front grille onto this. There's some other parts that goes onto this, but I'm going to put it later on. But I said let me glue this on so that way it actually holds into place. Let me take care of this part. This is the part that I was kind of like reviewing, and this little part right here is where the clear part goes. Now it does say to put on the stickers on it, so that way you can mask it and paint right over it. But I'm not going to do that. In reality, I'm going to hold on a second. I'm going to see if I can get away putting it on after I finish painting it. So let's put these two on right now. There's this little part here. There's a crank that goes here. Let me just hold it up into place so that way it's at a nice angle. There we go. And then supposedly this goes on another part here which I forgot to pull. There it is. So there's this part that goes, I believe, there, like so. You gotta find the holes here, so let me just. Come on, go there. Yeah, that's good. I just had a conversation with one of my cousins who is a retired pilot. He asked me, will I ever build a model plane? Because he actually remembered when I was a kid building a few model planes here and there. I told him I would like to one day. Just haven't been thinking of what subject or what aircraft I want to buy. I mean, buying a plane is no big deal. It depends on what era you want, whether it's World War I, World War II, Vietnam, Korea, modern, future. I've been actually watching videos on YouTube called Dark Skies. It's not a video, but it's a channel actually, and this is a guy who does documentaries on the history of planes, most notably planes from pretty much from World War II. He's done some modern ones. I think that one goes on the other one. Yeah. I just finished watching him do a review of the what was it? The Vought Corsair, the Messerschmitt 109, an aircraft that now I completely forgot the name, but it was an asymmetrical aircraft that was built by the Germans at the request of a single engine scout plane. Surprised that he didn't cover the Stork. There is a scout plane that the Germans use called the Stork. Probably called something else, but I always did. I think I remember there was a model kit that came out years ago, and everybody was talking about it, how well it was. There we go. I believe this part goes there, and there's another part that goes there. So let's take care of that right now. And I remember last year, was it last year or the year before, I gave away a kit that I won from MosquitoCon's raffle, and that was the F-35. Oh, I don't know, I forgot the name of the type, but it was the F-35. And I don't know what the name is. I know there's the Lightning, but I don't know what this was referred to. That would have been a great build. I guess I wasn't ready for that yet. I think I was. If I want to get back to building planes, it would be something that's simple. Okay, you're annoying me, so get over here. That would have been flying all over the place. Alright, let's try this again. And this time, there is a trick I do. There we go. There we go. Now it's good. Now this goes here. Let me see. Goes like that. Yeah, let's. There we go. I believe that's how it is, yep. Yeah, because it goes right under that. Let me just reinforce it a bit. Alright. Built the fuel tank here, which technically goes here. So let's just get it out of the way. There we go. Now this assembly pretty much goes right on top of this. Does it? Oh, this thing came off. Actually, hold on. Let me just check something here. Oh, really? That goes like that? No. Did I do something wrong? I did that. I did that. Oh, wow. So how does this work? It wouldn't go forward, and it won't go back, and it can't be like in this angle, so it doesn't fall into place. So why is this fuel tank being a pain in the ass? Maybe, oh, wait a minute, I think it may have to be a little forward? Or do I have to open it up a bit? Okay, I had to yank the whole thing off again because I didn't realize you have to put this one on first so it falls down, and then take the fuel tank and slide it in there, and then settle in. You know, glue it on. That's how it works, which is the dumbest thing I've ever seen, but that is required to do that. I'm going to glue this on in a few moments. I see it came off. I have to put a little bit more gluey. But for this is what it looks like. This goes right on top of that, like so. Obviously there's some attachments that go right on top of it. And this part here, which is the actual shaft for the wheel. I'm surprised that you have to do this, which of course now I just realized there's a part here that needs to be clean. But it's understandable if you want to show the detail of the engine block. So that goes like that here. That comes down there. Then we gotta get the wheel to put there. And then you have these two parts here for the cover. So you're gonna have one there and one there. Now I had to sand this down because the two nub marks here were protruding from the top. It has a bit of a nice fine grain on it, and it was the same thing on top of here, so you'll feel like the grain is lost. No big deal. It's not a total loss. I'm gonna probably right now I'm gonna resand it down again because I want to make sure that that's covered. Whether I'm gonna keep it like this or whether I'm gonna do this, where you have to keep it like that. I know that you can do this, so you can see the engine block like that. I'm thinking about that. I'm just not very good at painting details of engine blocks, but I mean, at the end of the day, I'll make a decision. But so yeah, once I figure this out, I'm gonna glue this on. I'm gonna glue the entire assembly on, of course. Finish up the detail of the. Actually, to tell you the truth, the only thing I have to do is the wheel. This little weird part that goes there, and I don't think they're headlights. It's probably some device there. So there. Oh, so these are the detailed parts that holds the hood. There's the windshield wipers. That, I think that was it. Oh, so in this part, so you have the closed portion, and then here's the open portion, and what to do to keep it open. So, yeah, I don't know. And then, of course, here are the little stickers that we talked about. Alright, let me continue on, and we'll move on to the next part of this build. Now I'm going to be working on the back trailer assembly. Not trailer, you know, flatbed assembly of this. And again, look how well this detail is. It's really nice. Did a little prep work here. First, this is like four parts here that I assemble in this little configuration you can see here. Followed by these two parts that had these little supports. And then this little storage box that has to be on both sides. Let me see if we can get this one done here. So if I keep it like that, supposedly it goes where? It goes here. I'm going to put here at the bottom just in case. Actually, you don't have to glue it together like I just did right now. You can actually put it separate because there are guides on the actual plate that will allow you to align it properly. I guess I was lucky to get it that way. Okay, so that part is done. Let's get these parts there. Come on, with the little peggies. There we go. That's one done. I think it's there, but let me just double check. No, it's not. There we go. Use to reinforce the back so it doesn't come off. We'll put these on in a minute. Let me just put these on. There are little notches there that allow you to align and guide this, so let's just make sure all the little parts are covered. You know, the other, I was actually going online to see if anybody has built a vehicle like this. And I found like a good chunk of videos, at least 20 people building the German 3-ton truck. But they were all by Tamiya. Tamiya had, apparently there's a, I don't think Cyberhobby is the only company that has made this version of the truck. Other companies, of course, have, and Tamiya is one of them. Any vehicles, any model tanks or vehicles out there, Tamiya has always dominated that brand. That dominated the vehicles and tanks and soft skin vehicles and or anything like in 1/35th scale. They pretty much have taken ownership. This doesn't reach there. Well, it doesn't say it's supposed to reach there, but fair enough, I'll just keep it up to there. I'm looking at how it is, and I don't see where it actually touches that part, so just hopefully that amount of glue is strong enough to hold it in. Let's do this one too. That's not a bad thing that I see that Tamiya has all those videos, or people posting their videos of it. I just enjoy the painting schemes that people have worked on that. So I've been lately watching those videos and quite find myself enjoying it. Alright. So that part is done. Now that we've finished the bottom part, now we're going to move on to the top part. And it's all these great detail parts here. I actually assemble these little things here. These little notches. But gotta do this right. So, oh, you know what? We're missing something here. You know what? Let's do that again. Alright, let's try that again. 3, 2, 1. Okay. Next up is going to be the top part of the back part of the truck. And look how, again, look how well this detail is. On this side, I had to put these little notches there that you can see. And back here, there's this part that's here. This can be, I guess, assembled with or without it, depending on it. Furthermore, the instructions say that you can actually, this one you can actually flip up as a step, because when you, if it's like this, it's fine. But then when you bring it down, you can open that up as a step, so I guess soldiers can step up. But we're going to do it this way, and we are going to do that. Actually, I'm going to do this one right here. Then we do that. Oops. That's good. We'll reinforce it in a minute. And then we do the back part here. There's notches there, so at least we can connect it to that. Oops. And there are guides here at the corners. Once it's in, we can now lock these guides into place. Alright. That's in there, that's in there. There we go. That's actually really nice. We have these plates here that go right in between these seating arrangements, you could say. Oh, one specific to the other? You know what? I'll put this on later on, because that way maybe I want to have access to painting it. So we'll leave this for now. But there you go. Cool. Nice, right? Okay. Here is the truck already completely and almost completely done. Up to a certain degree. There are a lot of parts here that are very delicate and easy to move around. But I just wanted to show you this before I put this on. I didn't realize that this little part here, these two, need to be pulled out a little bit more so I could hit this. I'm not gluing it on yet. Right now I'm just going to test fit it. I put these on as a test fit also, but they keep coming off and I didn't want to glue them on yet. I have to be very delicate here to see how it all connects to. There are peg holes on the frame which it falls under. If I can't align those peg holes, what I'm going to do is I'm going to snip them off and then put the glue on and squeeze them in with my tweezers once it settles into place. And yeah, you need to put the tires here. And there's another part which I didn't pull out to put on, which I need to make sure I have that ready for painting as well. As for the front cap, this is the one thing that got a lot of flack here. As you can see, I did not put none of this, and I know it comes with the tape. But in all due fairness, if you're going to paint the interior, why am I going to close it off and then spray it? Because then you're not going to see what's inside. Granted, the color tone is almost the same, but it could be different. But I'm going to take this part here to put it there, so it looks like that, as you can see. And then this door goes there. Now, here's the one thing that I've had issues with the doors. And I'm going to have to remove this so you guys can see it. This part did not go all the way in, as I mentioned before. So I had to cut the inside of behind this so I can flush it in there. So now it looks a little flushed. This one's a little tight because it's the inside. I can probably sand this door down a bit just so I can even it out a bit. There's another part here that goes to this. So once I put this one here, I don't want this thing to fall off, but let's just pretend. Then we have that there. And I wish I could push it in. I don't want to jam it, but there it is. As you can see, I have to like glue this on and make sure pull it up front so it evens out. But I guess I sanded this a little too much. So what I'll do is I'll sand this a little bit at a time to get it even. This side of the door was a bit of a problematic because it contained the side rear view mirror, which kept on breaking. I finally got it super glued on this, And I know you gotta put it like that. And this one actually fell in pretty well, as you could see. But I'm gonna try to like get it right for this side, while the other side I will work on. Okay, there we go. Now I had a bit of an issue with photo etch parts. For one, there's a part here that says Opal Blitz, I think it is, and the part just went ding, and I said, alright, fine, I lost that. I was able to put the photo etch part on this part here to hold up, to be part of the design for the you know, detail for this. There are two more. This one goes, this little part right here, hold on, this one right here, this guy, it actually goes right under here. I'm going to glue that later on. This one looks like belts, and there's no instructions on where to put it, but I'm going to put it I'm going to put them on here. This was from a tank, which I already got it over there. So yeah, once we put that there, and then the two tires back there, the door, right, and then we have the other tire. Actually, it's right here. This one goes right under that. So there we go. Not bad. Not bad for a soft skin vehicle, I think. I did goof up on something, and that is the placement of these. As you can see, this one's right over it, while this one's to the side. I can remove that, but then I'm gonna risk try to sand this down, but I'm gonna risk breaking this off and breaking this off. Gonna leave that alone. Another part that I lost were the two parts that go here on the back. We can barely see it. Whatever. There were two parts that were holding up this thing. That disappeared. Yeah, what are you gonna do? What are you gonna? It's like right now. Look at that. I almost touched that and break it. So I'm going to now finish up tidying it up, and we're going to begin priming. I know this video took a long time. I'm sorry about that. I mean, building a vehicle and getting it right is, you know, a bit of a chore, but you can see the detail that you can get out of this when you build a non-Gundam kit. So let me prepare for priming and get this guy ready to go.